Hello YouTube, it's Atticus and I am back with you for a little Wood Elves versus Norsca gameplay for you. So yeah, this one's kind of a cool one. I've had this one in my back pocket for a little bit, and yeah, for my build I went kind of in the same theme as the last video, monster heavy. So we have a Glade Lord on a dragon, and this is the melee focused one, or the male one. And what makes him unique is the Helm of Discord. He doesn't have access to the nets like the other one does, but yeah, the Helm of Discord is a very powerful area of effect spell. That gives you minus 27 melee defense and melee attack, so it's really powerful when you do land to be able to, debuff the army that you're fighting. And I'm also gonna have access to the breath weapons and things like that. I also went a couple units of Eternal Guard, one being the Regiment of Renown one, and these guys are just unbreakable. That's their unique little niche. Couple units of Dryads, and I like them just because they have 20% physical resist, and they do magic damage. And also 2 Treemen, guys, and these guys are going to be my really heavy hitters. And these guys in the recent patch got a armor piercing buff, so now they actually do pretty good armor piercing. You can even see it here in the tooltip. It says armor piercing. Yeah, 430 weapon strength is nothing to scoff at. And also a branch wraith, and I just did this for the healing. As you see, I do have Earth Blood, so very small, very elite army. For my Cav contingent, I have a Wild Rider and a Sisters of Thorn over here, and over on this side, guys, I have another Wild Rider with shields. So yeah, we're trying to get a little full encompass on my opponent. We're trying to get a surround on him. As for my enemy here, a really powerful Norscan army. He did bring Wulfric the Wanderer and Wulfric on the horse, and yeah, he probably picked this because he wanted to have the shield chance. Wulfric is really good. He has some pretty good debuffs. See if he brought it. Yeah, right here, Hunter of Champions, which is really good for sniping lords, but fortunately mine's in the air, so I'm not going to be any immediate threat. But I still got to be careful. If I do decide to land him, Wulfric can do a little bit of damage deceptively, even though he doesn't have the greatest armor piercing. Let's go ahead and look. What is his armor piercing? 170, so yeah, he's not the biggest threat. It's not like his Throg or anything. For his infantry contingent, he has the Icehorn Marauders. He also has a couple Marauder champions, just normal ones with silver chevrons. And yeah, here's the Marauder champions. You could tell he was definitely expecting a ranged army, so he took all these different shielded units. He also has some ice chariots on this side, and then he has a whole bunch of warhounds. Norscan Warhounds. So yeah, he was definitely expecting range. And what I do, guys, a lot of times is I try to play some mind games with my opponents, and I'll try to go builds that I know kind of go outside the meta. Like, this is not what you would expect when you're fighting a Wood Elf. Usually you're going to expect Way Watchers and things like that. So, you catching your opponent by surprise, catching him by surprise playing mind games is actually a really powerful tool in winning. I've won a lot of games on ladder by, just going outside the meta, trying to just, catch your opponent by surprise. So we'll go ahead and start the game as soon as good old Silver Acid here gets out of the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and just start it. Alright, so first thing off the bat, I'm going to try to get some breath weapons. We're going to see our armies where everybody's at. I'm going to see that I have my Wild Riders and Sisters of the Thorn right here immediately, in the vicinity. So I'm going to send these guys in, and I'm going to hold up 3 different units. And I do believe I'm going to cast one of the spells right here. Yeah, the Curse of Anna here, which is going to lower their melee attack, which will mean that I'll pretty much get 3 units for the price of 1. Over here, you can see he is coming around with these 3 different Warhounds. I'm going to start getting a little of the range damage that I can, and his main army is going to start moving up here. But yeah, you can see, guys, my 1 unit of Wild Riders just destroyed those 2 units of Hounds. One being Ice Hounds, which is really expensive, so that's a really good pick for me. And I only took about half damage. So over here you can see his chariots are starting to get into position. It's going to have to be something I have to look out for. The only real units that's really at threat is the Dryads. I have to be sure that the Dryads don't get charged, because these guys have charge defense, and the Treemen obviously can protect their own. Over here you can see that these Wild Riders did get into that chariot, and I'm going to land my Glade Lord. We're just trying to get rid of the threats, trying to get rid of the things that are exposed or unprotected. You can see that he is going to send his little Ice Hounds contingent over here to try to deal with it. But yeah, if he wants to send those 3 units in against the Dragon and Wild Riders, I will take that trade any day. Looks like he's going to try to attack my Glade Lord. But yeah, the problem with that, guys, is I have Terror. Those guys are not going to last in against a Dragon very long. And you can see that I'm going to cast a Helm of Discord, which is going to drop those guys' combat stats to 0, 0, 0. So yeah, this is just going to be an easy little pick for us. We're going to be able to kill those guys really, really quick. Over here you can see that the tree man is coming into combat. I'm going to go ahead and send him in against Wolfric. Now that he has armor piercing, he'll be able to kill him pretty quickly. And yeah, our front lines are going to collide, guys. So against these marauders, the dryads will do really good. Against the marauder champions, we'd be at a little bit more, it'd be a little bit more of a problem for us. And you can see over here, the tree man is going to try to keep these guys from getting a surround on us. You can see he's trying to hit us in the back. But yeah, I'm going to send my tree man in here to keep those guys busy. You can see these Sisters of Thorn, they're just in the back providing some ranged overwatch, and they do cause poison. So yeah, it's just going to lower the combat stats of those guys. And you can see over here, we've just dealt with all those chariots and all those different warhounds. And Norsca Warhounds, and now we're going to send my Lord and these Wild Riders into the main engagement. And you can see that he is going to get a he's going to get a rear penalty on this Eternal Guard, which will break pretty soon. So yeah, our front lines are colliding. You see that I was so heavily outnumbered, so he was able to flank these dryads. And over here you see that this tree man is just making short work of Wolfric. Yeah, Wolfric is not the kind of lord that you want against a tree man. You definitely want something like Throg and things like that. And yeah, you can see that the treatment over here is just, you know, he's not even taking any damage. This is just a really good pick for me. Over here in the main engagement, you know, my Winterheart's Guard is having no problem dealing with the Marauder champions. They do have armor piercing, which is one of the, you know, interesting things about them. And you can see that I have landed my Glade Lord now in to deal with Wolfric, and he's in a lot of trouble. He's in here getting gooned by a tree man and a dragon. You can see that I did get my Wild Riders to hold up this chariot, and just throughout the whole battle, guys, yeah, he has the numbers, but we have the quality. You can see that whenever his Ice Hounds try to get back into combat, I'm just intercepting him with my Wild Riders. Man, this stupid lag. And you can see, guys, we have broken Wolfric. Between the dragon and the tree man, it was just, you know, just short work. And yeah, throughout this whole battle here, guys, it's just, you know, even though the numbers are on his side, we just have far superior units. Over here you can see that we have a surround. We're getting rear attacks with the Sisters of Thorn, while the Dryads and the Winterheart Guard are making short work of those champions. Over here these Marauders are just getting destroyed by the Angry Tree. And yeah, we got a little Lord of the Rings action here. And you can see over here these Marauder champions are fighting against this tree man who's taking about half of his damage. But yeah, we're just singling out, you know, every time one of his units routes, I'm just singling them out with my Wild Riders that are here in the, you know, in the back. And over here you can see the Wolfric is going to come back, but I'm going to send my Wild Riders to attack him almost immediately. And the balance of power is really strongly in my favor right now, guys. And yeah, you can see over here I'm going to cast another Helm of Discord, which is going to lower the stats of these Marauder champions. And that is going to be another win for us, guys. The Tree Man, the Angry Trees were just far superior. And kind of just made short work of the Norscans. So let's go ahead and look at the end screen and talk about some of the keys to my success. And I want to talk about the theme of this build, guys, the idea behind this build, which is mind games. You know, going against the meta, like I said. This army right here would destroy a ranged Wood Elf build, but since I went something a little bit unconventional, it made this build pretty much just worthless. And you can use that same mindset, guys, against all kinds of different builds. And you can do it with Dark Elves, you can do it with Vampires. You know, what I want you guys to take from this is be creative with your builds. You know, just on paper you might think, well, surely, you know, just by sheer numbers he'd be able to bring all those trees down. But no, the numbers just don't lie. These guys have abyssal armor piercing and such low damage, and the health pool of the trees will just destroy him. You know, the Cav contingent was able to deal with the Hounds. You know, the Winterheart Guard has armor piercing. The Dryads could deal with actually, you know, the Marauders, and yeah, you know, with Glade Lord, the male version with his Helm of Discord, guys, could just really turn any engagement in your favor by, you know, lowering the combat stats. So that was a quick one. I just wanted to kind of give you the idea of mind games. That's what I think I'll call this game, is mind games. And I just wanted to kind of show you guys a really cool build too. You know, this is the perfect ranged Wood Elf killing build in my opinion, and this is the perfect destroying Norscans who are trying to do a build to kill ranged build. Does that make sense? Alright guys, Happy New Year's. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you soon.